Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I'm your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back, and I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening to this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to it on right now, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, etc. And we are still in January. We're in that first quarter of the new year where, everybody is scrambling to, kick off their New Year's resolutions. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to try to settle into that new space. On the previous episode, I talked about how we have to break old habits, even if those old habits supported us at one point in time, and we have to begin to create new habits, right? That's what I talked about on the previous episode. And I just want to expand on that because I don't want people to misinterpret that. Like, I know what I said. You have to create new habits in your personal, in your professional, in every avenue of your life. You have to create new habits that will serve you in this new year and in this new season. But understand, habits aren't built overnight. You don't just wake up one day and say, oh, this is a habit. No, habits take time to build. If you Google it, some experts say that it takes 21 days to create a habit. That's 3 weeks, right? But not only does it take 3 weeks roughly to create a new habit, it only becomes a habit when you maintain it. Because that's the issue that we had with the old habits, right? We maintain old habits because we are so used to it. It literally becomes part of our lives. It becomes second nature. But these new habits that we are building in our personal life, in our professional life, and everything that we are trying to upbuild and create in our lives, in every avenue of our lives, is going to take time. So we're in the second week of January right now. And you might be looking around and your bank account hasn't moved. The scale hasn't went down regarding your weight, or nothing has changed. You look out the window, it's still gloomy outside. Nothing has changed in your life. We're 2 weeks into January. It's not New Year's Day anymore. It's January 8th, about to be January 9th. Relax. Don't panic. Don't start beating yourself up. Don't start feeding your subconscious all of that doubt and fear. It's going to take time. You have to start it now. If you want to make more money in your business, if you want to hit new sales goals with your business, if you want to touch a financial level that you've never touched before, if you want your credit score to rise and to eliminate debt, if you want to lose weight, if you want to be a better partner and spouse in your relationships, your marriage, whatever it may be, if you want all of these things, that is good, that the attention is there, but it is going to take time. It's not just going to snap on overnight like a light switch. It's going to take time to build that habit. It's going to take roughly 3 weeks. It might take more. It might be some days where you stumble and fall and deviate from the plan. It's going to take time for you to build that habit, and it's going to take even longer time for it to become second nature in your life. Although the intention is there, and that is great because that's half the battle, you still have to do the work, and the work has to take time. Every dollar counts. Every pound that you lose counts. Every gesture of compassion and love counts. All of this counts, and is going to build and build and build and increase, and eventually over time you're going to see a difference in February, in March, in April, in May, in June, in July, in August, in September, in October, in November, in December, and then in 2026, and then in 2027, and then 2028. That's when you start to see the results, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see the results overnight. A watch pot is not going to boil water. You can't just keep checking it to see if something is going to change. That's not how it works. You have to continue to maintain that discipline every single day to the best of your ability, and that is where the change happens. That's why it's so crucial that you do not ignore the small things. You don't want to get up this morning, but you got up anyway. You don't want to write today, but you wrote a paragraph anyway. You wrote a page anyway. You're frustrated right now. You don't want to tell that person I love them, but you told them I love them anyway, because tomorrow ain't promised. And you want them to understand and receive that you are still in love with them and you still love this person, whether it may be a spouse, a family member, or a friend, despite any type of differences or quarrels. You might not touch $1 million today, but you made $5 today. You sold one product today. You got one email today. You got one client today. Every single thing matters. You cannot build a skyscraper without laying a foundation. It's literally impossible. You know, when they build skyscrapers, they have to start on the foundation first. They have to spend so much time excavating and digging and laying that foundation first before they even begin to build a single story. Build better habits. But the better habits are built in the present. What can you do right now that's going to benefit yourself 6 months from now? What small thing can you do? What small piece of research? What small action? What small affirmation can you feed your subconscious right now that's going to develop that invulnerable, invincible confidence that you're going to need 6 months from now, a year from now? So yes, build better habits, but it's going to take that discipline. Can you be a disciple for your discipline? Can you do it for your future, but your future is being built on your present? You cannot worry about the past anymore, whether it was great, good, bad, or ugly. The past is the past. It's over with. The only thing we have now is the present, and what we can control is the present. It doesn't matter if you failed before. It doesn't matter if you got fired. It doesn't matter if you stumbled. It doesn't matter if you made a mistake. It doesn't matter if you lost money. It doesn't matter if you were wounded. None of that matters right now. What matters right now is the fact that you are focused on building a better habit that's going to become second nature in your life, that is going to elevate and increase everything that you are striving in after. So that's my message this week, everybody. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Every little piece matters. Don't ignore it. Don't overlook it. Don't take it for granted. Doesn't matter how much money you need or how much money you are aspiring to make. Be grateful for that small amount that you got today, because that small amount is going to multiply as long as you are grateful and have that gratitude in your heart. You want to hit those weight goals, yeah, but it's going to take time. So be grateful that you lost 1 pound. You can't do something for your spouse or for your partner, but you can tell them I love you. You can give them a kiss. You can be genuine. You can send a text and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I hope you are well. You can do these things for the people that you care about in your life right now, even though you can't do what you want to do for them in the future right now. All of these things matter right now, everybody. So if this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for 2 things as always. Number 1, please leave a 5-star review. And number 2, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you again soon.